everybody.
Hello.
It is X-Files by Moonlight time. You ready?
And I helped. Okay, let's go.
So this was season 11, episode 8. We only have 2 more episodes left of the whole series, assuming that it goes that way. This episode was called Familiar.
Wait, oh, okay. Yeah.
So I loved this episode.
Yeah, it was super good. It was one of the best episodes ever. No, it was one of the best episodes of this season.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
We haven't. Well, I know we keep saying this that it was such. Every episode that we review, we keep saying it's such an old school episode. This one was such an old school episode.
This might be the most old school so far.
Yeah.
For real, yeah.
I mean, it was in the woods.
We've only said that on like 3 or 4.
I don't know. The setting was in the woods, and it was, about witchcraft.
And the suburbs also.
Yeah, and some of the conversations that Mulder and Scully would have, the interactions with all the people, the characters, the ending.
Subject matter.
Yeah, just everything. I loved it.
Yeah, I loved it too.
All right, so this episode was about witchcraft, basically. And it starts off with, I believe the first scene is of the little boy in the playground.
Yeah,
right?
I thought it was a creepy little boy. But
I thought he was a cute little boy. I don't know.
I thought it was creepy. And they also had him dressed up like Georgie.
Yes, he was dressed up like
Georgie.
which was a little weird.
Yeah.
I thought it was odd.
Yes, if you're gonna have
I was like, hey,
kids.
it's Georgie. But anyway, so I guess they were, I don't know, referencing that maybe?
Yeah, I don't seem like it. Pretty blatant.
Well, the
with
little
a
boy,
little yellow raincoat.
yeah,
Boy.
And he was in the playground with his mom and his and then there was another little girl in the playground with her mom, and the little boy's mom got distracted on the telephone by somebody who will be revealed later on. But while she was distracted, the little boy saw an interesting character.
Well, he's playing with this doll.
Oh, I completely forgot about the doll. You're right.
He's playing with like the creepiest doll ever.
Yeah.
And singing a little song.
It's called Mr. Chuckleteeth.
Mr. Chuckleteeth. And it's super creepy.
It is really creepy. It's a creepy episode.
Yeah, and so then he sees Mr. Chuckleteeth walking around in the woods, all like Slender Man or something. Mm-hmm. And it's freaky. It was a freaky episode. I liked it.
Usually I don't like, the token
Well, it wasn't like a slasher, but it
character
looked,
like that, you know what I mean? But this was really good.
She means it looks like the slashers who wear the baby face masks and like tilt their heads and all that stuff.
It's so annoying.
I know you hate that, but yeah, there was more to it than that, though.
But this character lured the little boy into the woods, and we find in the next few seconds that he murdered him, or the little boy was killed.
They find the little boy killed.
Right. And we also, I think it was revealed that it was, he was the son of a police officer.
Yeah.
Correct? In that moment. And then we cut to the credits, I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
And then we come back and Mulder, it cuts immediately to Scully. And she's discussing the case with 2 police officers from that town. They're in the town that this is happening in, which is Connecticut, by the way. One of my favorite. I love Connecticut. Yeah. Anyway, so they're sitting around, or they're standing around discussing the case, and Scully is giving them her theories that she believed it was a murder, and the other policeman had just dismissed that it wasn't a murder.
They're trying to say it's an animal attack.
It was an animal attack.
There's a hybrid wolf that is like the newest thing, I guess, and they're trying to blame it on that.
Yeah.
Because he's got like wolf marks on there, and Scully says, "Well, that could have been after
Right, and the guys, the male policemen start to get all macho and telling Scully that she doesn't know what how to profile.
Well, yeah,
anybody.
there's always like this rivalry. Well, usually with the
Between,
FBI.
yeah,
and
but this was
police.
more sexist, I think.
I didn't get that. I just.
Well, that's why Mulder had to intervene and say, defend her.
That part where they were trying to dismiss, like.
Right.
But I think that at the heart of it, they just didn't want the FBI come in and.
Probably.
Taking over because. Well,
that's usually what happens.
They never like that.
So, as the story goes on, Mulder and Scully are investigating, this child's disappearance. They go to the child's house. Do they go to the child's house? I don't know. I don't think they actually go to the child's house. No. They go to the witness's house, which is the little girl, and or at least Mulder does. He goes to the little girl's house and meets with the mother, and this little girl is totally hypnotized by this television show. The
creepiest TV shows ever.
Right.
First, they're watching this.
It's like a Teletubbies.
This fake Teletubbies, which is the most demonic. I mean, you think the Teletubbies look demonic, they made them look way more demonic.
They are creepy.
And then comes on the Mr. Chuckleteeth show. Yeah. Which is also horrible. It's
And she tries to tell her mom that she... Oh, when Mulder was there, doesn't she point to Mr. Chuckleteeth on the television and tell her something that she saw...
Does she do that?
Him, I think.
Possibly.
Or maybe Mulder put two and two together.
Yeah, because I know that it catches Mulder's eye. I think she said something that catches Mulder's eye.
Another thing that caught Mulder's eye when they were when he was in their house was that on the bookshelf, which I must say, if you looked at our bookshelf, it would probably condemn us as well. But
no, it was nothing compared to this. They had a whole shelf of about witchcraft.
Yeah, this is actually Mulder's bookshelf.
Yeah, our bookshelf is
it's like Mulder.
Vampire movie catalog book or something, and werewolf movie thing.
Werewolves and
unsolved mysteries and stuff like that. Thanks. Very typical, normal.
Yeah, well, he finds a bookshelf with witchcraft and
just tons of different kinds of witchcraft, including a grimoire.
Right, a grimoire. Yeah.
And but the wife says, that's the history of the area.
Right.
That's what the wife says. So he's fascinated by the history of the area.
She blames it on
the
the
husband.
Mm-hmm.
It's the husband's bookshelf. She says, who is her husband is the chief of police or something.
Yes. Yes.
And the father of the little boy is one of the policemen.
Right.
Yeah.
And so throughout the episode, basically, it is revealed. Spoilers, by the way. Sorry.
Spoilers. Spoiler alert.
It is revealed that the chief of police is actually the one that had the affair. That was having the affair with the little boy's mother. So
wait, when do they reveal that?
They reveal it later on, but I mean.
Okay, at some point they reveal it.
Yeah. So and there's a really funny point when this reveal happens. That Mulder is I did not see that coming.
Yeah.
But anyway, so there's now it's kind of out in the open that this is happening, that they're having the affair, and
well, meanwhile, the father of the little boy that got killed,
right,
is trying to figure out. See, Scully,
he's not totally crazy.
Well, because Scully's suspicious, and he finds out about that. And Scully thinks that some pedophile got the kid. Right?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And when the police, the dad of the little boy, who's a policeman, finds out about that, he's already got the crazy eyes. I mean, he's not handling the situation.
No, he immediately goes to his files.
Gets on the police files, and he finds the one.
Unregistered.
The one's predator in the area, sex offender in the area. Must be a pretty good area if there's only one.
Yeah. I think the fact that he wasn't registered flagged them.
He just went for the one that was okay, maybe. And the guy does. He's a clown for children's parties and stuff. So So he's like, okay, this is the guy. So he immediately just goes straight to this guy's house.
And the guy's not there at the time.
Yeah, and
but Scully gets there as well, and this other police officer that they end up dealing a lot with. And this other police officer, he's kind of more
normal, like not crazy.
Yeah, he's not. He doesn't feed.
Well, he's not going through somebody like the other guy.
Right, he's not going through a dramatic thing, but he kind of thinks more clearly, obviously.
Yeah.
Anyway, Scully and this other police officer witness the father of this boy going nuts in this sex offender's house, and he's just out to get this guy.
He just wants to get somebody.
Right,
you know?
but he's positive that guy, did it.
Just based on the fact that he was a sex offender in the area, and what Scully had said about that was her theory, you know.
So he ends up finding this guy and basically.
Well, yeah, we should say first. When they went through the guy's house, it looked bad.
Yeah.
He has all these pictures, but they're pictures from his work. But they're like
and
pictures
he also had the face of Mr. Chuckle.
Oh yeah, because he had costumes.
Chuckle teeth.
Costumes from his work. Right. But again, like, well, I guess it's because he wasn't registered. Because I was saying when we were watching it, how could he have that job if he's a sex offender? But I guess he just wasn't registered. He wasn't. Yeah.
He had a monkey.
He had pet monkey. That was part of the
he had a pet
act.
monkey.
Because he did children's parties. That was the children's parties. That's weird.
Why would you keep your pet monkey in a closet?
Yeah, that was horrible. Keep the poor monkey in a closet. I don't know, but maybe he was hiding all his party stuff.
Maybe you're supposed to keep it dark or something for them. I don't know.
I think so. Anyway, so. But he has pictures on the wall where he's got little kids and he's like,
yeah,
it looked creepy. Bad, but I guess it was just a work thing because we find out later that that wasn't really his deal,
Yeah,
the father
of the boy who got killed, who's all crazy right now, he runs down he finds this guy, the guy
turns up, the guy's coming home.
Yeah.
And
he starts beating him.
He starts beating him up, and there's a crowd already around there because they just found out that they've got a sex offender in the neighborhood. And of course, because he's a sex offender, everybody's like, oh, it's a pedophile.
Right.
That's
and even Mulder,
Mulder's the whole time is like, I don't think this is what's happening here. And I think this is going to turn out bad. I think they're going to kill somebody.
Scully's almost jumping to conclusions in this one, and it's usually Mulder that jumps to conclusions in the paranormal way. But I was really surprised by that. But he was really saying that this man has no chance because these people it's a witch hunt.
They're ready to kill him.
It's a witch hunt.
That was the point of the whole episode, was a witch hunt,
Right.
They were just mob rule and, So they were all in favor of killing this guy, and the cop is beating him up, and the other cop is trying to stop him. He gets in between, but
he gets on top of the guy while the crowd is trying to. They're like throwing rocks at this poor man.
Yeah, and then the man is finally said, I didn't hurt anybody.
Yeah.
He was like, it was statutory. I didn't hurt anybody. And then the father just shoots.
Right. They think they have the situation calm, or actually, no. Mulder and Scully arrive. And Mulder shoots off his gun, and Scully was like saying, she told the crowd, she said, anybody who hurts this man will be considered accessory to murder. So then they think they have it all handled, and then the father of that little boy just gets out his gun and shoots the poor guy. Yeah. And
we're not supporting statutory rape or anything.
No, but
it's not the same as what they were trying to say he was doing.
The whole point of the episode is a man is innocent until proven guilty.
Yeah.
And the fact that he didn't do it, and let me tell you, I cried the first time I saw that episode. I cried so hard during that scene because that actor who was playing the sex offender was so good, and I'm like tearing up right now just saying it. Like, He was so believable, and it was so sad.
Yeah, all the acting.
Oh, God.
As usual, the X-Files, for the
Incredible.
most part. Yeah, really good acting. So that guy gets killed, and just like Mulder, like was saying that was probably going to happen or something. But
right.
then they...
also, the little girl who Mulder interviewed got killed as well.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we didn't mention
when
that.
did that... I'm trying to remember.
I think that might have happened a little bit before, or maybe it happened around the same time.
I'm trying to remember, did they show any of that?
They showed the little girl watching the television show, and then the mother was calling her to lunch. She was in the kitchen, and the little girl just saw one of the Teletubby things outside the door.
Oh, it was one of the Teletubby things.
Yeah, and she walked out and followed it and was killed.
Okay,
in the woods again.
In the woods, in that same general area.
Which we find out very soon that is a Puritan graveyard.
Yeah, Mulder's out there and he finds a salt circle.
While they're investigating the little girl's death, he finds the salt circle, and it's covered by leaves.
Somebody was doing witchcraft.
The circle of protection, and that is when he confronts some of the police officers around there and the chief of police, and they find out that he was having an affair.
What was that? That before the trial? Yeah, it was before the trial.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
And then there was a trial happened where...
Or a hearing or something.
Right, where the police officer that went insane kind of and killed that sex offender, he was being put on trial, and he was released on bail, and
Oh yeah, because Mulder's there at the trial, and he's saying there's going to be two injustices: the innocent man getting killed, and now this cop is going to get off
being released.
Because just because the way that it's a small town and they have a scapegoat and everything,
right.
so they're not going to put him away.
And it played out exactly how he said. And then as Mulder and Scully are walking outside of the courthouse, they run into that other officer that we mentioned before, who was very reasonable, and he's very upset because of the injustice to the sex offender, who, he didn't have anything to do with it, and he gives Scully an envelope with pictures showing the timestamp of this sex offender having been at a birthday party. He was doing his job at a birthday party, so obviously he couldn't have been there around the same time that the little child was murdered. So they're going to use that as evidence, of course. But anyway, so that all leads to the fact... Oh, and then the crazy officer, we keep calling him crazy, but the crazy officer...
What's the correct word? He was...
distraught officer.
Yeah.
He confronts his wife, who was cheating with the chief of police.
Yeah, breakdown, that's what they say.
Right, and the wife says, "I'm leaving you." And she leaves, and she's in her car, and the guy runs her down. Right?
Did he run her down? Is that what
No! He doesn't run her down. So whoever's...
Did anything happen to her?
Whoever is doing all this witchcraft... made the dean.
She's driving away and she sees the little boy, little Georgie, in the middle of the road, and she flips her car.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So she's gone. And then
and we keep seeing this wolf. Did we mention that wolf?
Right, which is the whole name of the episode. It's the familiar. So this wolf is the familiar of the witch that is casting all these spells and brought this demon out. And at the very end of the episode, we see Mulder and Scully come across this circle of salt in the woods, and there's the woman who's doing all of this witchcraft, and she's there and she's trying to fix everything. But it's this big chaotic scene, and she's got the book in her hand, and there's candles everywhere. And
and we didn't mention the crazed policeman getting killed.
I don't remember.
He sees it's after the wife leaves him.
Oh yeah.
He sees the
he goes to the chief,
Mr. Chuckleteeth or whatever.
Right, he goes to the chief of police's house.
Oh, is that where was the chief's house?
To confront him.
Oh yeah, to confront him. And then he sees Mr. Chuckleteeth, And that's a scary scene too.
Yeah.
Because it's
This
just
was
like
a very creepy episode.
yeah.
It was
Yeah.
very good. So at the end, the woman who, big reveal, it is actually the wife of the chief of police, who was the mother of the little girl who got killed. She had all those witchcraft books. Now I gotta say, super predictable. I mean,
I didn't even.
I did, because
I wasn't trying to figure it out though.
the
I was
books
just
were
watching.
there. The books were right there. I
That's
was
true.
like, it's either the wife or it's the chief of police.
Yeah, I guess I wasn't trying to figure it out.
Usually I expect more of a twist from X-Files, so that was slightly disappointing, I will say, that it was so obvious.
Yeah, I think they just didn't think it was that obvious.
Super obvious. You have the books right there in the bookcase.
Well, I think they were just like, at first, okay, you're gonna think it's the party guy, and then second, you're gonna
Nope.
think it's, I don't know.
It was always there for him. But, yeah, so she doesn't do so well in fixing things. Does the husband get killed? I don't remember. Chief of police?
The chief of police, did he get killed?
I don't know.
I don't remember what happened to him.
But she goes up in flames, and Mulder.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
Scully
he-
almost get burned up.
He,
Oh, the
did
wolf
he
attacks
shoot
him. Doesn't
the
it?
chief of police?
The familiar attacks
No, he
him?
shot the chief of police, I think.
Oh.
And then you know, he gets. Wait a minute! No! He didn't. No, the chief of police is over there at the end, at the climax, at the Circle of Salt, and that's where the wolf attacks him. You're right.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, I was just getting the two guys mixed up as far as which one got killed,
Right.
and then which one got killed later. But yes.
So that's it. The witch burns up, and
Yeah, and they see her.
think that the demon is destroyed. But at the end, when Mulder and Scully leave, we notice the little merry-go-round,
Oh, the merry-go-round,
starts going by itself, which is a very X-Filesy thing. They always do that kind of stuff. So,
And it was very
That
good.
was
It was
that.
a super good episode.
it was really good. You should check it out. Was there anything you didn't like at all?
No, there wasn't anything.
Yeah.
I really liked the way they played everything out. I mean, I know you feel like it was
Just slightly.
The twist-
I mean, it doesn't bother me that much.
there wasn't enough of a twist. I don't know.
I think it gets to the point when you see so much of X-Files, you know what's going to happen. I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah. I mean, I get it, but it didn't bother me. I was just watching it just to see, you know,
Yeah, it was very
how
enjoyable.
it was playing out and stuff. It was just an enjoyable thing.
And we love witch trials and all.
Yeah.
that
I
whole
liked the
series, so
whole stance of the film, that of the show, of the episode.
one of the better episodes.
The
right?
whole, the witch trial. I mean, the witch. What do you call it? The whole witch hunt.
Very
aspect.
reminiscent of a season 2 episode. Or I mean, it was really good.
Yeah.
I loved it. So and then shipper moments. Did you notice any shipper moments?
There
Shipper
was, like,
count?
Not like a true shipper moment, because
No.
this is something that like is a professional way to be anyway. But you could also read it as a shipper moment if you
Right.
wanted to, which was that part where he
At the very
defends Mulder defends Scully's
Right.
side of the
He
her
says
theory.
when she's being confronted by these policemen about the theory she has.
And she believes it's foul play.
And he said they think she's ridiculous, or
They're like,
she's bringing up points that don't even really exist. And he says that she's damn good at her job, and she's a doctor too.
No, she's bringing up good points. They do exist. It's like,
No, they're saying.
oh yeah,
they
saying
say that.
they're saying they've already like ruled it out.
Right. Exactly.
Which makes me think, like, why did you rule it out? Just not good at police work, or
Basically.
somehow they ruled things out that they shouldn't have.
So yeah, I agree. That was very shippery.
Yeah, and it's it's like if you're a true shipper who likes to read everything, it's shippery.
Yes, exactly. And I will say that after you had mentioned that to me earlier, I remembered an episode, and I really do believe this exists. I swear I've seen it before, but I remember an episode where Mulder and Scully are out in the woods once again, and Scully is trying to explain her theory to an officer or somebody, and this person's just not buying it. And then Mulder just like wanders off. And she's like, and then like after that, she comes to Mulder and she's like, thanks for having my back, like all very sarcastic, and you know, and then he just ignores it. Well, it's nice to see that in this scene, he was like, she was like, thanks for having my back.
Legitimately says, thanks for having my back.
And then he was like, yeah, you're my homie. Very Mulder.
Yeah, but yeah, that was about it.
So that's one. I as a shipper, as a 13-year-old shipper, I would always get no, seriously. I know this is part of FBI training, but I would always get very excited when Mulder would push Scully out of the way if there was like some sort of catastrophe happening or whatnot. So at the very end, when the fire was going off and they almost got burned, he kind of nudges Scully out of the way.
There, I saved you.
There, I saved you, exactly.
Yeah.
There's one episode that is so, with shippers, well, there are tons of episodes like that that people get excited about, but there's this particular one, and I forget what it's called, but it's the one about the teachers who are witches as well. And it's like a demon or one kind of witch going against the faculty that is full of
yeah,
witches.
I remember that episode.
You remember that? And
yeah, it didn't have Bulldog from
yes
from Frasier.
From Frasier. And in this episode, at the very
and some other people too, I can't remember who.
At the very end, Mulder and Scully get taken by this clan of witches, and they get taken to the gym, and they're about to shoot them, and somebody starts firing guns off, and then Mulder like literally gets on top of Scully to shield her from the, I don't know what he thinks that's gonna do, to be honest. But that scene was just, everybody loved that scene, all the shippers, for some reason. They were like, they're touching. They're on top of each other.
Oh, yeah.
He got on top of her. It was so sad. But yeah, so I would say 2 shipper moments in this.
Okay, cool.
I just put
I didn't
4
know.
up, but
I
2.
didn't even notice the second one.
I have to channel it back to that childlike state sometimes.
Cool.
But, so we were gonna continue with the X-Files merchandise.
Merchandise. Do you have any other merchandise to show today?
I do. Now this might be out of print. I'm pretty sure it does not exist anymore.
Yeah, they don't keep making those.
But it's one of my favorite possessions, and it's part of my childhood and my teenage years, and it is the X-Files PlayStation game.
PlayStation 1? Yes.
Yes, I think so. And look at the back. I don't know if you can see that if it's zooming in, but look at Mulder and Scully. And I loved this game so much. I still love this game. Even though when I try to look at this.
How many discs are in that thing?
There's 4.
You gotta put in 4 discs. You gotta like keep switching them.
And oh my goodness, when I got this for Christmas, it was like
so pretty, green
oh
and yellow.
God, look at this booklet.
Red and blue.
Oh my goodness. Oh, Fox Interactive. Look at this, you guys. Look at this.
Show the front.
Oh, it's so
What is
amazing.
that on the back? Is that an advertisement for the movie?
It's an advertisement for the movie. Fight the Future, the first movie.
Or DVD or coming out in theaters?
DVD.
Wow. Yeah.
So this says 1999 on it.
99? That's not that old.
It's not even that old, no.
It's only 18 years old. That's old.
So when I got this for Christmas, I was so excited, and I think the only PlayStation we had was in your room, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was mine.
So I was constantly in your room, like, playing it day and night, and there was a period, like, I think it was that Christmas break where I didn't eat and I didn't sleep. I was just in that room, and Mom she was like, get out of the room!
It never came out.
Oh my gosh, it was just...
I'd have to, like, step over you.
I know!
It was a tiny room. Like, yeah, there's barely room to sit there. Like, if you sat there to play video games on the floor,
yeah, you would
that was the whole floor.
Yeah, and you would get
So I would be, like,
on.
trying to get through.
But this game takes you through, I mean, it's just fantastic, you guys. I don't know if you can get a hold of it or whatever, but I love I mean, it's not great.
I always remember that warehouse, and like it just you had to find things in it, and just being there forever and never finding anything.
So it's an interactive game, and you actually get to interact with David Duchovny and Gillian Anderson.
Well,
as Mulder and Scully.
It's got movie footage,
which is what I love. I love that it has movie footage. I love that it's not these like just computerized characters walking around. And you play Field Agent Craig Wilmore. I love it. And you're assigned to find Agents Mulder and Scully, and Skinner is there, and he's putting you on the case. And first you find Scully, and she's in a hospital bed, and you don't even know it's Scully because she's registered as Jane Doe. And if you're not careful, she'll shoot you. I mean, it's just so great.
Yeah.
And then at the end, you're going through all this. You're trying to get. Oh, you find Mulder. He's tied up in an attic, and in classic Mulder style from like season 5. Okay, and this is around that time where the black oil was like getting into people's bodies, and it was an alien entity, and it was taking them over and everything. And at the end, if you're not careful, or actually no matter what, Mulder gets the black oil in him.
Really?
Yep. And you have to, and it's so funny because I remember like playing this game, and you're like, well, what am I supposed to do? Do I attack him with the stiletto? Stiletto, if you guys remember that. The stiletto. It's the little thing that you push, and the little spike comes out of it, that big, huge needle. And Mulder, it's what you killed those aliens with in the base
back
of the
their neck. Yeah.
So, I mean, that's one of your weapons in this. It's one of your weapons. and if you use that on Mulder, then you get arrested, and you see the funeral, and Scully's like crying over his.
I remember that.
It's just so awesome. And honestly, I brought this from home so I could play it again, and unfortunately, it gets all pixelated on our new televisions.
No. It's because you're trying to play it on. Oh! Were you playing on PS1?
I think so, or maybe it just wasn't working.
Yeah, you were probably. Our PS1's not working right now.
Okay,
you
so
must
maybe
be trying
I
to
was
play
playing
with
it on the new PS3.
It probably is pixelated. It's a big TV, and it's 4K, and I'm sure.
But it's still
pixelated.
doable, and I still enjoy it. And I haven't gotten to the point where. At the very end, I haven't gotten to that point yet. So I don't remember what the happy ending is. I don't remember what happens. I don't remember if Mulder and Scully are like...
I don't remember if I even ever...
Did you even play this or finish it?
I'm sure I probably did. I'm sure I did one time.
I mean, I'm sure if you go on YouTube, and I mean, I bet somebody
has probably done a playthrough.
Just shows you the playthrough. It's awesome.
Yeah.
It says, as Field Agent Craig Wilmore assigned to assist Special Agents Fox Mulder and Dana Scully in their latest investigation into paranormal... Oh, it says enter the world of the X-Files as Field Agent. Okay. Paranormal activity. Follow a trail of elusive clues, sift through evidence at crime scenes, use a wide range of standard issue FBI equipment and special tools, conduct interviews with witnesses and suspects, and make critical decisions to solve an all-new X-Files case. And it's true. You interview people, and people will, be rude to you, and you get to choose what emotions you want to use. It's just awesome. I love it.
Is that canon with the show?
I don't think so. I mean, it could be. It's kind of a standalone thing.
Yeah.
But it's just fabulous. So yeah, it's part of my childhood, and I love it. And
I remember playing that.
Play it tonight.
I gotta get my PS1 fixed because got a lot of good games there.
So I think the last thing we want to talk about is the preview.
Oh yeah.
For the last 2 episodes, which I am super excited about. That was such an epic trailer.
Yeah, the trailer is amazing looking.
Such an epic trailer, and I'm really sad because this is the end. This is the end, assuming they don't go on without Jillian.
They're gonna go on without Jillian.
So we'll see. But it looked action-packed. Skinner's there. CSM, Cigarette Smoking Man. Which, by the way, was called Cancer. He was called Cancer Man in season.
I have a theory.
1. He's got the most ridiculous theory. Don't even listen to him.
That that the cigarette smoking man is Mulder from the future.
That would be mind blowing. He's like, he's my son. That's horrible. That's horrible. No.
It makes a lot of
sense.
No sense.
So we're gonna see William, and they're gonna be interacting, and Mulder's gonna meet William finally. It's
He could be from the future from a different timeline. Also, there's also that.
No.
They do that in the comics all the time.
So, are you excited about anything in particular from what you saw in the scene? I'm excited that they're as a shipper. I'm excited they're finally addressing their relationship or whatever.
Yeah, I'm just excited because I feel like it looks like it was going to be epic, and I feel like it would have to be. It looks cinematic. The trailer looks like a movie trailer. Mm-hmm. So that's why I'm excited.
And you know what's great?
I don't like that it's going to be split over 2 episodes because.
Well, they always do that.
Yeah, but then you don't get. You're going to be sitting there for a week.
The season finale of the series finale previously, which was season 9. It was kind of a clip show almost.
Really?
Kind of. Not really. But Mulder's being interrogated and he's put on trial and everything, and then they have to run because they're going to execute him. Yeah, it's a really good episode, but I feel like this one is going to be even more epic, and I'm really excited for it.
Yeah, it looks really good. I'm really excited, yeah.
So, yeah. All right.
Cool.
Anything else?
I was gonna say, yeah, there's only 2 more episodes left, but after that we are probably gonna start up.
We're absolutely gonna start doing it.
X-Files episode 1.
Season 1, episode 1.
And when we hit the point that is a movie, we'll watch the movie.
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome. I'm so excited.
The next movie when it comes to
I'm so excited to relive this show. It's gonna be amazing.
So that's cool. Okay.
Yeah, so stay tuned for that. Okay?
Okay, so we'll be back next week.
Yep. More X-Files by Moonlight.
Yeah.
Like, comment, subscribe.
Later.
Bye.